The Factor Uncensored. Thank you for joining us tonight. We would begin with a disturbing story out of Mexico. Shanquella Robinson went on vacation with a group of friends for a birthday celebration in October. Shanquella never made it back to the United States. She was dead within 24 hours of getting off the airplane. Now, Shanquella's mother says her daughter's friends initially told her the 25-year-old died from alcohol poisoning. But the autopsy is telling a totally different story, that she may have been beaten to death. New video shows those so-called friends attacking Shanquella Robinson on vacation.
Quilla, can you at least fight back?
No.
At least something. At least fight back, something.
That's horrible. The case has many people wondering exactly what happened. Justice for Shanquella has been trending on Twitter, and the FBI is now involved. We're following the investigation as well. Joining us here on The Factor Uncensored, Todd Smith and attorney Dennis Sperling. Dennis, you travel abroad all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you keep up with all the international laws and how it could affect you. When many people think because this murder happened in Mexico, it would be in their jurisdiction, it would be for them to investigate. But that's not always the way it works in America.
That's absolutely correct. You're an American citizen and you do something abroad, the United States still could have jurisdiction over you if that jurisdiction does not decide to prosecute.
And it looks like Mexico has no interest in following up on this, right?
Mexico sees an American citizen and another American citizen or American citizens having a dispute. It ended in someone's death. And now everybody's back in North Carolina, allegedly. This is where these folks are from. But bottom line is, it's in the hands of the federal government at this point if they decide to prosecute.
Now, looking at this case, just how horrible is it? You go out of this country with your so-called friends. They lie to your mother, saying that you're drunk and that you're sick, and they, or at least some of them, kill her.
Well, you know, I've done some investigation into this, and it looks like all of the individuals attended the HBCU Winston-Salem University, so they've been knowing each other for some time. And what I see is female on female brutality going on. And if you check the statistics, it appears as though women and their propensity to do violence and be arrested and go to prison is going up. While on the other hand, men, their propensity to do violence is going down. Just in the case of black American men, there was a time we had more men in college, or more men in prison than in college, and now the opposite is true. But unfortunately, our lovely ladies are kicking up some dust.
Horrible situation. Todd, your thoughts on seeing this, where these individuals went out of town with friends, and now one is dead, and they lied about it. Now many of them are getting on social media, trying to tell their story, their side, but it's just unforgivable.
But I think you said it right earlier. You said so-called friends. People have to be careful about what we call friends. There's a meme that's going around that says you can be friends with somebody for years and it takes you years to realize they were never your friend. A lot of times I get a gut feeling when I think something is wrong. I don't know their situation totally, but a lot of times when I'm put in bad situations, I'll feel it and I'll remove myself from that situation. I just won't show up. But the thing is, to kill her, allegedly, whatever happened, 24 hours after y'all gotten there, that had to be some animosity before. I tell people a lot of times, people in the hood, we always say, I want my day one friends with me. I want the friends that were with me when I didn't have anything to be there with me when I blow up. This young lady, 25 years old, all of them went to Winston-Salem. She had a successful business, beautiful. That might lead to some jealousy. And jealousy will rear its ugly head. So a lot of times when you're down and out, people will have your back because that makes them feel good about themselves. But the minute you do well, that's when the animosity comes. So young people need to realize that sometimes you need to pay attention to the people who might be giving you smart comments when you find success. Those people are not your friends. Just because you've known them a long time doesn't mean they're your friends. So you have to be really cognizant of the people you keep around you. I just keep family around me for the most part, but keep the right people around you so you probably won't be in this situation.
And Dennis, do we know, and I heard some rumors that she may have paid for some of them to go there.
Yeah, and that is a tragedy. But my advice to that mother, if you're listening, if you're following this program, and I hope you are, I want to make sure you stay on the FBI, make reports with the local police, follow up with the FBI agent assigned to this, and you make sure this gets in front of the Attorney General in North Carolina, because that is where you're going to get justice. The other thing is there's always an opportunity to file a civil suit against these individuals for wrongful death. It's a different process, but it's the same courthouse, but it's a lesser burden of proof, and you can get to the truth of what happened.
Unless they have substantial resources, so is it worth it?
Well, sometimes justice requires that you do what's necessary. And I think that if it was my son or my daughter, if I had a daughter, you know I got sons, but if it was my sons, there would be nothing that would stop me from finding out the truth and making sure the people who caused my child's death, if it was truly murder or killing, I would want to bring them to justice, one way or the other.
Now, you've been doing some deep diving into this. What else have you found out that maybe the public just hasn't yet done?
Well, as I said earlier, all of them are the alleged assailants attended Winston-Salem. So that means they've been knowing each other for at least half a decade. They know each other. They're familiar with each other. And when you listen to the voices in the background, I hear multiple people witnessing this incident. Now, all of those individuals had a duty to come to the aid of that victim. They can't just say, "Oh, I didn't do anything." Everybody is subject to that murder, alleged murder. The other thing I want you to understand is that, and I'm going to say this, and this may sound controversial, but if this was a little white girl, I'm sure it would be all over the news right now. But because it was a young black woman, I feel, and this is because I've seen it play out, and you can't even name the number of black women that are missing. There's so many black women that are missing in the United States. There's been no public uprising because she doesn't have the complexion for protection.
All right. Dennis Todd, thank you for joining us here on The Fact.